So here they are. Let's get to it. Let's see if I've got... So number one, variety. Beachbody provides that. Hello. You can shape your butt or do P90X2. Whatever you want to do. All right? It's all there. Mix it up, turn it up, change it up. Practice the 3 C's. Confusion. Muscle confusion can come in any form. 10-minute trainer, P90X, turbo jam, whatever. You know, jam and toast. It's just make it crazy. All right? Create a variety of your workouts. So a lot of folks, they finish P90X and they say, what do I do? I have no idea. I'm out of my mind. What do I just stop and eat, burgers and drink Dr. Peppers? No. Do it again. Do the lean version. Do classics. Buy another pie. Go outside. Make it ping pong, kayaking. I don't care. Just get your body moving, get your body busy. You are awesome, by the way. If you get all this, you are a star. I want to see, what does naked ping pong look like? Bet you don't, that hasn't been interpreted. Is that probably the first time you ever interpreted that? Curiosity. That's an affirmative. Curiosity, try it. Think about it. How many folks, when they bought P90X, it was so outside of their wheelhouse, so outside of their comfort zone, but you did it anyway because you understood intuitively, intellectually, that because it's hard, it's the reason why it worked. Raise your hand if that's good, right? Who when they bought P90X, did yoga for the first time in their life? Raise your hand. Okay, now keep them up. Keep them up if you hated it when you started out. That's it. Did one hand go down? Who loves it now as a result? I still hate it. Nope, can't convince me. All right, we'll get to that in a minute. So, here's the idea. You're trying to prevent injuries, boredom, and plateaus, right? Those are the 3 things that cause people to stop. You do that same repetitive thing over and over and over and over again. What's going to happen? Boredom, injury, and a plateau. So P90X worked. The reason why it's the biggest thing since sliced bread, since the wheel, since fire, is because, just to make sure if you're awake. What? Hello? The reason why it works is because there's yoga and flexibility, there's core synergistic exercise, there's functional fitness, there's athletic training, there's resistance and weight training, and cardiovascular exercise. It's all in there. Everything works better than one thing. Always, always, always. If your goal and your hope and your dream is to really change your body, to really lose weight, to really get fit, to work your body from top to bottom, you have to do everything. And so it's so hard for the average person to figure that out. So I did it for you. Yeah! Because, I was the kid that was, C- student with a speech impediment that had the athletic ability of a gnat on crack. I was not in a good way. That makes no sense, by the way. I'm laughing, but what did he say? So there you go, variety. Consistency. The more you do, the better you get. Hey, Tony, I can't do pull-ups, do more. Hey, Tony, I'm not good at push-ups, practice, do it more often. For example, who here has a tough time with push-ups? Raise your hand. Gals. Who's still doing push-ups on your knees? Raise your hand. Still on your knees. Okay, you two, front and center. Let's go. Up on stage. Go now! Let's go! Here we go! So, the truth will set you free. So you're doing it on your knees, right? So here's the key to push-ups, all right? Here's what you have to do. This is how you practice. A lot of gals have their hands out here when they're on the floor. You want to line up your hands with your chest. All right, and you want to find a position wide enough so you're comfortable. All right, and when you're doing your push-ups, you tuck your pelvis, you drive your heels back, and you raise the back of your knees to the ceiling. Now, no one ever said that you had to go all the way to the floor for that to be a real push-up. If you crack your elbows, in my world, that's a push-up. So on your hands and feet, in your pre-push-up position. All right. All right. So good. You're off those knees for the rest of your life. Drive the heels behind you. Drive them behind you. Yes. Drive the hips behind you. See that? Now turn your pelvis toward your elbows. Good. Raise the back of your knees to the sky. Tighten this up. All right. See how your hands go out far in front of you? So you have to slide. Keep your feet there. Slide your hands back a little bit. Weird, right? From this point forward till the end of time, this is how you're going to do it. All right? If you came here for any reason, it's you learn this. Hello. No charge, by the way. So here's what I want you to do. I want you both to go down as far as you can so that you can come back up. Good. Up. Good. Come back up. So, good. Don't go that low that time. Come to my finger. Go. And go back up. And do it again. And go back up. Do it again. Go back. Do it again. That's too low. That's it. You're going too low. Good, keep going. That's it. You both lied to me. You can both do push-ups. I only did it for the hugs. All for the hugs. So you see that? You see that? So from now on, anybody who's doing your push-ups on your knees, get off! Get off your knees, because when you're on your knees, you're not using your core. All right? So when you're on your feet, I don't care if you go like this. This, right? Let's say we're doing push-ups on P90X. This is better than doing push-ups on your knees, because you're engaged, right? And then after a while, then, you know, whatever you want. I didn't do anything that exciting. I got more than that. So consistency means this. If you want change, the minimum days that you need to work out per week is 5. 5 is the bottom. It's the down here. 7's ideal. Maybe you're not 7 hardcore every day. Your 7th day can be something kind of mellow, you know. Go out in the world, go for a bike ride, go for a walk. All right? 6 is it. I mean, P90X is 6. And the reason why so many people have lost 200 pounds, 150 pounds, lost all that kind of weight is because when you're beating the crap out of yourself 6 days a week, doing a variety of things, change is going to happen automatically. 3 days a week means 4 days are off. And so 3 days a week, awesome. The other 4 days a week, aging. All right? Because your body wants to age. You're not getting younger. Time keeps ticking. And as that clock keeps going around and around and around, your cells inside of your body start to mutate and die, and you get all funky and wrinkly and old and decrepit and miserable, right? So, but every day that you exercise, you're fighting that. So if you have more days on than you have off, then you're going to eventually look good in your 50s, if the lighting is good here. So, 5 to 7 days a week for the rest of your life. Say it with me. 5 to 7 days a week for the rest of my life. Again.
5 to 7 days for the rest of my life.
Put your hand up in the air. I promise to exercise 5 to 7 days a week for the rest of my life. Or Tony Horton will come to my house and beat the crap out of me. Okay, there you go. See on Facebook. Only worked out 3 days a week. Come on over. Practice and persistence create discipline and success. These darn handstands, I've been working on them for 7 years now. You know, and sometimes I get it. The other day, I broke my personal record at 54 seconds holding a handstand, and I got 56.
Nice.
You know, so the goal hopefully is a minute before I'm, you know, in my 70s. But show up, show up, show up. The more you do, the better you get. Stick to your plan. Perfectionism will kill you. If it's all about, you know, the reason why so many folks don't like P90X and P90X2 is because they get one of the discs, they put it in, they go, I can't do this. You know, there's modifications there. Jeremy Yost lost 180 pounds, you know, for the first 6 months because he modified. So his only job, your only job is to just do there and flail around and make it ugly. Who cares? As long as beads of sweat are coming off your body and you're in the room and you're doing the best you can. Do your best in.
Forget the rest.
Do your best in.
Forget the rest.
That's all you got to do. Okay. Next. Intensity. You are tougher than you think. You cannot take a 3-pound dumbbell on day 1 doing lawnmowers and have that same 3-pounder in your hand on day 75. It's a waste of time. So many gals are so freaked out that they're going to bulk up. I'm going to bulk up. No, stop eating so much junk, okay? The bulking isn't from the exercise. The bulking is from the gob. All right? Bulking up. So here's the deal. You know, some days, pick a heavier weight just for fun. All right? You don't learn this in the book. You don't learn this when you're watching the DVDs, but I'm going to tell you because it's top secret. And it's free of charge. Who's your buddy? All right? Some days, do that, even gals, do that. I'm only going to do 8 reps. I'm going to pick a heavier band. I'm going to pick a heavier weight, whatever it is. And I'm going to make those last 3 reps hard, also for guys. And on another day, lighten the load, especially if you're sore and tired and you just don't feel like lifting the weight that you lifted before. So back down 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds, and do more reps. Doesn't matter. Because variety truly is the way you're going to get what you want. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That make sense? Good. Okay. Add the reps, low, high, more resistance, less resistance. Improve your range of motion. If you've been doing jump knee tucks like this, right? You see them, you see plyo, and you've been going here, right? I'm not asking you to do this the whole time, but throw 2 or 3 in like that. I mean, what I've been doing with my plyo lately is I've been stuck on the same 30 reps, same 40 reps. I've been doing that for the longest time. And so just the other day, I'm in New York City, and I'm doing the P90X tour. Thank you, New York. Yo. And I have, it's like I have no music, I don't have discs. I'm in my hotel room all by myself, and I'm just thinking, here's my choices. Napping, it's so awesome, napping. I've had a long day, great interviews, TV, radio, magazine. Napping's awesome. But then today is Monday, and it is plyo, so plug into the other freaking row, and move the freaking tank out of the freaking way, and look at the thing, and do it. So I thought, I only not want to not be there at all. Let's make it harder. So I added more reps and more time, like the single leg wall squats. Here I am. Let's do it for longer, And so I made myself absolutely miserable for the entire hour. But when that thing was done, we rode into town and took over the world the next day. So improve your range of motion, change it up, make sure that if you're doing whatever you're doing, are you low enough? Go lower. It doesn't mean that you have to be so intense for the entire duration of that particular exercise, maybe for just 2 or 3 reps. It's amazing that whenever you do kind of turn up the volume a little bit, when you come back the next day, you're even stronger, you're even faster, you're even, you burn more calories, and that's what it's all about. Of course, with that intensity, good form, common sense. Exercise without your ego, CrossFit. I'm sorry, I had a little thing. Tourette's thing, I don't know what happened. Did I say something? I don't know what happened. It's funny. I went on my Facebook page last week, and I wrote an official apology about my whole CrossFit thing, because obviously, that's not cool. And if you really enjoy that program and it works for you, and you're having a great time, and you're sharing that, and the competition is awesome, then go all the way. But I think the reason why I was having a problem with it was because too many people are exercising with their ego. Because, when you get fit clubs sometimes, the idea is you're working out in a room with a bunch of people, right? And you turn up the volume, because when you're alone in the house, yeah, I did 90 days, nothing happened. You should have just gone down the corner and smoked crack. I don't know why. What you did wasn't even close, right? So, fit clubs are great because they force, the collective energy, which is going to happen out in the football field. So, I don't want you guys to go crazy. Even though throwing up in grass apparently is not a big deal. Rain will come, it'll be fine. It'll go away. But, that's the thing. So if you love CrossFit, you're doing CrossFit, you're doing a program like that, form is everything. You've got to keep your ego in check, because if you get hurt, you're out 6 to 8 weeks, sometimes even longer, so that's not good. Bring it when you're sick or injured. If you're really, really sick, don't work out. Your body's in heal mode. Chill. Just accept that. If you want to go for a walk or whatever, or maybe just, do some mild stretching or do a couple of ohms, boom. If you're injured, one thing about injury is, as many of you know, I tore my bicep tendon off on May 5th. I had it operated on May 8th, because I'm not, boom, fix it, and then back to work. I worked out the next day. I worked out the next 90 days except for 4 days. So when the top is broken, work the bottom. When the bottom knee is broken, work the top. If the top and bottom are broken, work the middle, shut up. Because exercise, and many of you know this, exercise is as much about your mental and emotional state as it is physical. Far too often we get into this weight loss, health and fitness game because we want to look better in a dress in front of a bunch of people at a wedding who do not care, especially come Monday morning. You better have another wedding scheduled, or a family reunion, or something. Because we're all learning. This crowd should already know that it's not about the way you look, if you know what I mean. Well, not completely, maybe partially about the way you look. But it's about mental and emotional shit, about feeling good, Because when you're in a room all by yourself, what you look like doesn't have any power over how you feel about, who you are, where you're going, what your impact is on this planet. Purpose, this is everything. What's your reason why? I kind of just tapped into it, all right? There's my top 4. Optimum health and vitality, I'm 53, when I'm 63, 73, 83, when I'm 103, maybe I'll slow down then. Not gonna do it yet, right? Physical, mental, and emotional fountain of youth. This is the fountain of youth, the combination of a healthy diet every day and regular exercise 5 to 7 days a week. You have to earn that. You have to have discipline. You have to have willpower. You have to have a purpose. And if your purpose, like I said before, is only aesthetics, you will fail over and over again. You will have these temporary bouts of success. Look, I'm thin. Oh, no one noticed. Oh, you got big again. Oh, I should get fit. Forget this. It's this. That's where it should be. That way. Up, better, stronger, fitter, more flexible. Hello. Okay? Fired up today. Quality of life. Who was overweight? I mean, overweight and unhappy before. Raise your hand. How was your quality of life? Sucks, basically. Now, when you lost all the weight, you got that regular routine, you started eating better, did your quality of life improve?
Oh, absolutely.
All right? That's it. That's it. If you want the ooh moment, that's what life's about. It's a short ride. I was 18 years old playing catch with my dad in the front lawn. 53? How'd that happen? So it goes lickety-split. And because it does, finding a purpose that gives you these things is everything. Other reasons why. Community. You are part of the community. A cult, actually. It's a cult. You're part of that P90X Speak Buddy cult. What are they up to? Oh, yeah. Don't come in here. You might get happy. Sport, competition, athleticism. I mean, many of you know that I love to ski. Ski season's coming. I got a trip scheduled next week. And then I have one at Christmas. And then I'm taking the month of February off. Nobody call me or email me. Thank you very much. And then in March, I'm going to go to Chamonix and Mont Blanc and ski off the cliffs. And yeah, that's the way I do it. So, and the beautiful thing about, P90X, P90X2, Insanity, Turbo and Fire, it's indoor training for the outside world. It's not to get really fit so you can show up at events and go, hey, you look great, which is awesome. It's not enough, all right? So take what you know, take what you've learned, and go out there, man. Especially if you're a coach. You're making some extra money. Schedule trips, man. Go see the world. Who in this room does not have a passport? Raise your hand. Don't have one. Raise it up. You say, kid, you have a passport? My God. So get yourself one. Go see the planet. I tell you, it is awesome. We live in a little bubble here in the States. We just think we're the only thing in the whole wide world. But outside of this country, there is some unbelievable, mind-bendingly cool stuff going on. And you have this really awesome body. You have some extra income. So, take a couple of vacations and go see the planet. Mind, body, spirit, making that connection. That's what we do here at Beachbody and with regular exercise. Reality. The truth will set you free. I'm going to go through this really quickly because sometimes I spend too much time here. But are you living in the past and the future for other people? You know who you are. It's hard to kind of raise your hand and go, yeah, I do. Loser! Right? There's a lot of folks out there that are so concerned about what everybody thinks. And so you have these glory days, and you have these days that you hope that are going to be awesome. And then there's also people who behave in such a ways where it's not about them. It becomes so much about everybody else, and so you're just unhappy. So you're not really living in the present moment. Because joy and happiness, if you can live in the moment, that's where the fun is. That's where the action is. It's not about, oh, I used to be, and oh, I'm going to be, and what can I do for you because I can't really focus on myself. If you're a mom, you got to focus on the kids. You got to focus on your relationship with your spouse. This is vital. But you have to make that me time. Okay? Yeah, I fed you. You're taken care of. You sit down. I'm going to do my workout. Don't bother me. Thank you very much. Right? Do you know the difference between the truth and the fantasy version of your life? There's so many people. I have a friend of mine. I call him 33 and a third man. Kid knows it. Howie. Nobody knows Howie. 33 and a third % of what he says and does actually happened. 33 and a third of what he actually said, what he says and does, is such a gross, ridiculous exaggeration, you don't know if it's true or not. And then 33 and a third of what he says is just complete bull. No clue. Nothing, right? So there's so many people, I've met them before, and they struggle in life. They get stuck left and right because they're afraid of the truth. They're afraid of being vulnerable. They're afraid of being wrong. They're afraid of being themselves. They care too much about what other people think about their life. So if you find if you find words coming out of your mouth that you know are not the truth, do a little check. Because trust me, that used to be me. When I was struggling, when I was first starting and when I moved out to California.